Good morning. How's it going?
I'm
How's
good,
it?
and you?
I'm good too. Thank you. How was your weekend, guys?
Not special.
Okay. All right. So, are you ready for our lesson today? Did you do your homework?
Teacher, eu tô
Teacher,
tentando fazer todos que eu tenho no online practice. Só que ainda não cheguei no negócio no
Uh-huh.
de hoje.
Okay. What about you, Léo? Did you
teacher.
do your homework?
Eu não achei a última aula, né, que eu faltei, porque eu tive que resolver umas coisas com meu pai. É,
Uh-huh.
aí eu não pude comparecer, eu até te mandei uma mensagem
Uh-huh.
no
Okay.
WhatsApp, só que eu não achei a aula no YouTube. A senhora já postou?
Yes, of course.
Ah, ok, então depois eu vou procurar direitinho, que aí eu faço, tá?
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. What about you, David? Did you do your homework?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what a shame. So let's check our class dojo and then we check our homework, okay? Good. So last week we talked about few, little, a few, a little. We also talked about many and much. So just to remember, okay, guys, when I say few, it means not many. Example, he has few friends. And it's usually a negative idea, okay? When I use just the word few. So, oh, he has few good friends. So, not enough, right? Now, little, I use when I want to say not much, okay? So, little normally conveys a negative idea. Example, there was little time to finish it. So, I'm commenting, but I'm making a negative comment because I don't think we had time enough. What's the difference between few and little? Do you know?
Se não me engano,
Não,
o primeiro é
In English,
uh,
David. In English, please.
first. The first is um, I don't know explain in English.
Okay, no
Forget it.
problem. Don't worry.
The first is affirmative and the second is negative.
No, not that. So we use few with countable nouns. Example, he has few good friends. So friends is countable, okay? And little I use to give the same idea, but I use with uncountable nouns. Example, time, okay? There is no plural for time. So here we say there was little time to finish it, okay? Both of them, they give the same idea, okay? And not the only difference is that few is not many and little is not much, okay? Now, let's see some other examples here. Look, few people went to the concert. Few people went to the concert. So I'm saying that not many people went to the concert, just a small amount, a small quantity. And I use few because people is countable. And here, he has little patience with others. So here I use little because patience is uncountable. So in both cases, just like here, I'm giving a negative piece of information. I'm saying something is not enough or was not enough, like here. Example, one more example. There are few honest politicians. So here I use few because I want to say a small amount, and the word is countable. Politicians is even here in the plural, just like the other words. Okay, they are in the plural. Okay, so usually I use few to say a small number of something happened, or there was a small number, or there is a small number, and always in a way of showing kind of dissatisfaction or saying that something is not enough. Here, we should have more honest politicians, but unfortunately, there are just a few. Okay, here they have little money to spend. Money is uncountable, so I use the word little. Okay, Leo. Okay, David. Yes.
Okay,
Okay,
teacher,
Bia.
can you repeat a few and a little?
Okay, so here we are using just few. Okay, just the word few and just the word little. When they are used alone like this, they mean that something is not enough. Okay, now when I use a few and a little, I want to say the meaning of the idea is some. Okay, so it's not something negative, but I have some. For example, suppose I say I have a few friends in São Paulo. If you want some help, suppose you are going to São Paulo, okay, for your school, and you would like to know someone in São Paulo. You would like to um, have a kind of reference so that you don't feel lonely there. And then I can tell you, oh, listen, I have a few friends in São Paulo, they can help you. Okay? So when I
Ah,
say a
então
few,
é a mesma coisa que no português seria alguns.
yes. Mhm.
Ah, ok.
Right? It's the same as some. Okay? It's different. It's different from the word few alone. The word few alone means like poucos in Portuguese. Okay? Like here, he has few good friends. Okay? So the idea here is poucos. So it's a negative idea, not a negative sentence, okay? The sentence is affirmative, but the idea is negative, right? He doesn't have good friends. He only has few good friends, okay? So it's a negative idea because the meaning is different, okay? When I use few, I'm saying not many, okay? When I use a few and a little, I'm saying some. I'm being positive, okay? So here, he has a few friends that will help. So it's a positive idea, okay, Leo? I have a few days
Ok.
off next month, okay? She has won a few awards. So still remembering that a few I use with countable nouns and a little I use with uncountable nouns, but they have the same meaning, all right? Here in the examples with a little, I can say, I have a little milk you can use. Suppose the person, my neighbor, needs some milk, and then she knocks on my door and she says, oh, excuse me, I don't have any milk and I need to finish this cake. Can you help me? And then I say, oh, sure, I have a little milk you can use here. Okay, so I will not say I have a few. I can't say that because milk is uncountable. So I can either say, I have some milk here, or I have a little milk. You can use, okay? She has a little time to relax now, okay? So this is always something positive. I have earned a little extra money, okay, guys? So the idea here is negative, positive, okay? All right, Leo. Not negative,
Yes, teacher, thank you.
yes, not negative sentence. It has nothing to do with verb. The sentence can be in affirmative, but the idea is that something is not good, okay? And here, when I say a few and a little, I'm giving a positive idea to what I'm saying, okay? So here, there are some exercises there. Let me see if I can, yeah, let's open this one up just to do a few of them, okay? Not all of them, just a few. Look, choose the best answers from A, B, and C. There may be more than one correct answer. So we have to decide between much, many, and a lot of. Let's go back to the other one and see if we can use a few, a little. Let me see this one here. Because that one, yeah, this one is okay. It's easier. So choose the appropriate quantifier or determiner. So let's see the first one. Can I have butter, please? Which one is better? Some, yes, because butter is uncountable. So I can't use a few and I can't use many, especially because I'm asking, right? So some is the best option. Now, number 2, I will just do until number 3, okay, guys? And then the rest you try to do for homework to practice this, okay? Number 2, he owns 2
A
large,
lot of.
okay? So this is the opposite of a little money. It's the opposite. He has a lot of money, right? He owns 2 large apartments. Now, number 3, do you want sugar in your tea?
A little.
Very good. Just a little, please. I have to say a little because sugar is uncountable. And I want a small amount of sugar. I don't want a lot of sugar. I just want a small amount. So to say that, I will not say a few. I will say a little. Okay? All right, people. So the rest of the activity, please try to do for next class, okay? The same thing goes with much and many. Look, here we have a summary with all the explanation you need. Look, many and much. What's the difference? They both mean a big amount, but many I use for countable nouns and much I use for uncountable. And I also use many and much in questions when I want to know the quantity of something, right? Example, how many coins do you have? How many coins do you have? And much, how much money do you have? How much money do you have? You see the difference? Here I use how many because the word coins is countable. How much I have to use here, how much, because money is uncountable. The same thing happens with small quantities. How do I express small quantity of something? I can use few or little, okay? The difference, I use few for countable nouns and little for uncountable nouns to express a small amount. So examples, take a few coins from my pocket. Take a few coins from my pocket. And here I'm using few with a to mean that I want you to take some coins from my pocket. So like, take some coins from my pocket. That's okay. Okay. Take a few coins from my pocket. And here, the other example with little. He spends a little money on buying books. He spends a little money on buying books. So here I'm saying that he spends some money on buying books. And I'm saying here that it's not something bad. I'm not criticizing, okay? So both of them have the same idea, the same meaning. Only one I use for countable and the other for uncountable. And here they don't have examples using only the word few and little, because probably they don't want to show examples of something that is negative, like gives a negative idea. But we know that we can use those two words, few and little, alone without the word a. So if I use alone, few and little, I want to say that something is not enough. So it's bad. It's something, oh, not so good. Example, he has few friends, few good friends. He's very lonely, all right? And here we have little time to finish this. We have little time to finish this, all right? So the tone, the idea is negative, okay? And now in the middle, we have a lot or lots of, okay? So both of them can be used to express a big quantity of something, okay? So I can say for countable nouns and for uncountable nouns, okay? So this is nice because I can use them with both. So I have a lot of coins, suppose. I have a lot of coins in my pocket. Or I can say I have lots of coins in my pocket. I have lots of coins. You see, there is a slight difference in idea when I say I have a lot of coins in my pocket. And when I say, oh, I have lots of coins, the emphasis is a little bigger, is a little stronger when I use lots of, okay? And both of them have the idea of big amount, okay? There is just one more emphasis when I say lots of instead of a lot of. Here I can say, I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money, suppose. Now, when I say, oh, I have lots of money in the bank, I'm emphasizing a little bit more, okay? All right, guys. So now let's go to the book page from today because there is a small exercise on quantifiers, okay? So let's take a look there. I posted for this week and you should make sure you check Google Classroom, okay? So this is our page for today, okay, guys? Today is May 18th and we are going to start by doing page 45. So if you have your books, please open your books to page 45. Let's go there. Yes, this is the page. Can you see that? Yes. So I'm going to clear the
Yes.
answers. Yeah, I'm going to clear the answers because this page has already been done with another group. So let's do the first activity, which is exactly about quantifiers. Okay, so let me zoom in here. All right, guys. So let's do this. The first one. Could I please have milk in my coffee? Which one is the right answer?
A little.
Very good. Excellent. Why, guys? Why should I use a little?
Because sugar is not countable.
Okay. Actually it's not really sugar, it's milk, but it's okay.
Milk.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's uncountable. Okay?
Yes.
Very good. That's the idea. Here, uncountable nouns, I have to use little, right? So number 2, if you want to eat at the Good Fish on the Water restaurant, you need,
A lot of money.
yes, a big quantity, okay? A lot of money because it's expensive. Number 3, Ben is going to take
A few.
a few days off. Why a few?
Because days is countable and few is countable.
All right. So here, he's going to take some days off. That's the idea, right? Days off from work means that he will not go to work for a few days. Okay, so he will stay home. So he will take a few days off from work. Here, countable. So then I have to use a few, right? Okay, let me just highlight the nouns so you know that we are talking about countable nouns, uncountable. Oh, here, let me change the color of this one. Sorry, guys, because days is totally countable. So let's put orange for that, okay? The other ones are uncountable, okay? Now, number 4, there were people at the restaurant. We had to wait an hour to get a table.
Lots of.
Yes, exactly. So now let's see the noun, people. It doesn't really matter because I'm using lots of, and lots of I can say for countable or uncountable, but just for the record, okay? Is people countable or uncountable?
Countable.
Yes, totally countable, okay? So just for the record, because it really doesn't make any difference, I'm using lots of, okay? Now, number 5, let's say, I need more time to think about that. Here we should use a little because time, as we saw before in the exercise, is uncountable. So then I have to use a little, not a few, okay? All right, people. So I need a little more time to think about that. Now, number 6, Scotty's Pizza Parlor used
A little.
different kinds, look, different kinds of cheese on its pizza. So let's see the noun. We have here different kinds. Is that countable or uncountable?
Countable. Incountable.
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Uncountable.
Why uncountable? Can you see here there is a plural form? Different kinds.
Kinds of cheese. Cheese, it's not countable. No, yes, you count. Well,
Okay, let me help you. Don't worry. Cheese, the word cheese is uncountable, okay? The word cheese. But here I'm talking about different kinds of cheese. So
Oh,
here I'm using this expression because of this, then I consider that countable. Okay, so I have to really consider that in a different way. So here we are going to consider that totally countable when I use different kinds of. Okay,
oh,
that's the countable reference. So here, a lot of. Okay, so Scotty's Pizza Parlor used a lot of different kinds of cheese on its pizza. Okay. Number 7, the Espresso Buzz Bagel has
a lot of.
mhm, lots of caffeine in it. Okay, lots of caffeine. Here I'm using lots of because I want to say a big amount of caffeine. All right, just because of that, not the opposite. Okay, and of course for caffeine I could never use a few because caffeine is uncountable. Okay, so let's highlight it green. All right, guys, just like milk, money, more time. All right. But here we are using lots of, so lots of is okay for both countable and uncountable. Now, number 8, I can't stay long. I only have minutes before I have to go to work.
A few.
Why?
Because minutes is countable.
Excellent. Very good. So let's change the
Teacher,
color here.
let me ask you a question.
Mhm.
A feel. What's the pronunciation? Is the same feel? Feel
Few?
like
No, it's
yeah.
different. It's different. You were talking about the verb.
No, the pronunciation.
Okay, let me write it down so I can understand better what you're trying to say. You were saying the pronunciation between few and here, feel. Yes, is that
Yes.
it? Okay, okay. So few is a quantifier, okay? And feel is a verb. So the pronunciation is different. The first one, we say few, few. I have a few friends. And here, I feel good. I feel good. They are similar, but not the same. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Here we have the letter L. So you need to pronounce the letter L. Okay.
Oh,
Feel, feel. Look,
feel,
yes, feel. Okay,
feel. Okay.
good. All right, people. So, are we done here? Yes, let's check the answers. Everything correct. Good. So now we know how to use the quantifiers. Let's move on to the next topic of the day. Describing something with the adverbs quite, very, and really. So let's see a brief explanation first, okay? Let's take a look here at our page on Google Classroom, and let me show you here this site. It's nice for you to check the site later if you have a chance, sorry, because it gives great examples, okay, to help you understand the idea of very, really, quite, pretty, so, and to. Let me maximize it a little bit more so you can see better. Oh, look at this cute girl. Super cute. Can you see that, guys? Yes. So here, I will just
Yeah.
show you quickly the way they explain the differences, right? Many students confuse these 6 adverbs. So here's an explanation of how to use them, okay? Very means a lot, and it is used before adjectives and adverbs to make them stronger, okay? So I can only use very before adjectives and adverbs. So it's the opposite of a little, right? Or a few, okay? So let's see. I know he's going to be very tired. So here, of course, guys, I use a little because I only use before an adverb. I can only use a little. I don't use a few. Okay, just correcting myself here. When I'm talking about adverbs or adjectives, the only one I can use is a little. Okay, to intensify or diminish or reduce the degree of an adjective or an adverb. Okay, guys, so a few is not possible here. Okay, so I know he's going to be very tired after his long trip. We are both very interested in science. Okay, and she learns very quickly. So as you can see here, guys, we have 2 adjectives and 1 adverb, just to give you an example, okay? So here they have in the negative form. They say that in the negative, very doesn't mean a lot, okay? It means nothing, but people like to use it anyway. So we say, she doesn't know him very well. They don't have very much money, and I'm not a very good singer, okay? So here they give more examples using very, very when we want to intensify. But let's take a look at the word really. Really has the same meaning as very, but really can be used before an adjective, an adverb, and a verb. Okay, so really is more flexible. Let's see the examples there. Let me try to maximize here. Can you see that? Yes?
Yes.
So she was really tired.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. She was really tired, so she went to bed. So it's the same idea of very, okay? So here I can use with an adjective. He walked home really slowly with an adverb. And now with a verb. I really like this city. I really like this city. Okay? So really is more flexible than very, because very I can only use with adjectives or adverbs. Okay? All right. So after seeing those, let's see the idea of quite. Quite is also strong, and it means the same thing as very and really. Like really, it is used before adjectives, adverbs, and verbs. So quite is just as flexible as really, okay? So example, I've been quite tired these past couple days. It means I've been really tired, okay? She sings quite beautifully. So here we have quite before an adjective, and here we have quite before an adverb. Next one, we quite like that painting, so we're going to hang it in the living room. So before a verb, it's also possible. And I'm saying that we like that painting a lot, okay? And then afterwards, they will say something about pretty, which is also an intensifier, okay? But it's a little less strong than very, okay, guys? We use pretty before adjectives and adverbs, but not before verbs, okay? So example, this soup tastes pretty bad. It's not like very bad, but it's pretty bad, okay? I think she sings pretty well. It's not the same as very well, but yeah, she sings pretty well. I'm pretty tired after a long day of skiing, but it's not like I'm very tired. Oh, I'm pretty tired, okay? So guys, all the other explanations here will give more examples of using these intensifiers. So here, the final part, they have a review, okay? And it's very nice because they use colors just the way I like it. It's easier to visualize, okay, and learn. So here, very goes before adjectives or adverbs, but not verbs, okay? Really can go before adjectives, adverbs, or verbs, okay? And it's just as strong as very. Quite can go before adjective, adverb, or verb. And pretty is like very, but it's not as strong. It's less strong, and it can only go before an adjective or an adverb, okay? And then here we have some others here like so and to, okay? So let's go back to our book page here. Can you see it? Yeah. So here in our book page, we have the use of the intensifiers quite, very, and really. So let's see if you remember. Very, which word can I use after very? Adjective or
Verb.
verb?
I think so.
After very? No. So I use very plus adjectives or adverb. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, quite, let's say. I use quite after, before adjectives, adverb, and verb. I can use quite with those three. So quite can come before an adjective, an adverb, or a verb. What about really?
Adjective,
Yes.
verb,
Adverb and verb.
yeah.
The same as quite, okay guys? So really and quite can be used before adjectives, before adverbs, and also before verbs. But very can only come before adjectives or adverbs, okay? So look, we use the adverbs quite, very, and really before adjectives in this example to make our writing more interesting. So here they are just talking about adjectives. So both of them, all of them can come before an adjective. Very and really make an adjective stronger. Example, that restaurant is very expensive. We'll spend hundreds of dollars if we eat there. I can also say, that restaurant is really expensive. Okay? Quite makes an adjective a little less strong. Example, the atmosphere was quite relaxed. But it's the same idea. It's also an intensifier and it intensifies what we are saying, okay? In the same way. The only difference between them is that I can not only use them before adjectives, but I can also use before adverbs and verbs. Okay, guys. Here, they are just focusing on adjectives, okay? All right, David, but you can use before adverbs, the three of them, and here, look. And before verbs, I can only use quite and really. All right, okay. So now let's see some exercises. Make true sentences. Oh, let's do number 8. I was skipping here, but it's interesting. Read the restaurant review again. Find examples of adverbs in the review. So here, guys, they want us to find the adverbs, all right? Only the adverbs. So let's see there. Let's take a look at the review and then find the adverbs. I think it's here. Yeah, great. Let me clear my annotations because it will be... Okay, guys, can you see the review?
Yes, I can.
Good fish on the water, good. So now let's try to find the adverbs they used, okay? Take a look in silence, try to read the review again, and see if you find adverbs, okay? I'll give you 2 minutes to do that, okay? Yes, okay. So let's see. First line. We had lunch at the Good Fish on the Water restaurant in the Azores. The food was nothing special. The service was really friendly, and the atmosphere was quite relaxed. Any adverbs there?
Really?
Yes, great, David. Really. This is an adverb to intensify an adjective. Okay, really. What else?
Quite.
Yes, great. Okay, really and quite are the adverbs here on the second line. It's fine to wear jeans and sandals. The decor is nice and simple. There are wood tables and floors, and the food is served on white dishes. But the important thing about this restaurant isn't the food, it's the location. You eat 16 feet under the ocean, and lots of fish swim all around you. Any adverbs?
Lots of.
Yes, very good, David. Lots of. Okay. Now moving on, we even saw a few sharks swim over us. The worst thing about the restaurant, it's very expensive.
I think I don't have it
Look,
there.
a few and very. Okay.
Uh,
So here, actually, a few is a quantifier. So we don't need, we don't have to really check, I mean, consider that an adverb, right? Because it's just a quantifier. So, but very is an adjective. It's, I mean, an adverb. It's an intensifier. So really, quite, lots of, very, these are adverbs to intensify something. Okay? All right. So let's move on to the other part. Let's see. Yes, here. Let's see if they will show us the answers to that. Look, okay? Really, quite, lots of, and very. Okay? So they are the intensifiers or the adverbs of degree, as we call them. Okay. All right, guys. So let's do the exercise now in number 9 here. Make true sentences. Read them to a partner. Does your partner agree? So here we have some adverbs and some adjectives. I will erase here because I want to make a difference between one and the other, okay? I don't want to use the same color for adjectives and adverbs, okay? So the adjectives are in orange and the intensifiers or the adverbs will be in blue, okay? So let me show you that. The first one, the second, really. Number 3, quite, very, really, and very. All right, now it's better for you to visualize. So let's see. The first one, da-da-da-da, is quite beautiful. So you can talk about a person, you can talk about a place, whatever you want. Which word can you use here as an example?
my friends.
My friend, okay, can be. My friend is quite beautiful, okay. Mhm. Now, the second one, the food is really good at Then
The
here,
the rest.
sorry, Lau.
The food is really good at the restaurant.
Okay, good. Mhm. And then here you are going to decide, okay, what you believe is quite interesting or something that you believe is very difficult, another something that is really expensive, and a very tall building, okay? So I'll give you 2 minutes to do that. You complete and then we check, okay? Go ahead. Let's see, what do you have? Number 3.
I put the documentary.
Documentary. Oh, very nice. The documentary. Try to say that again, Leo.
Documentary.
Good. The documentary is quite interesting. Can you repeat, please?
Yes. Documentary is quite interesting.
Quite interesting.
The documentary is quite interesting.
Beautiful. Very good, Leo. Thank you. Very good. Now, number 4. Did anybody put anything there for number 4? What do you consider very difficult?
I put Brazil.
Brazil. Okay, David. All right, that's a good one. Brazil is very difficult. Okay. Any other option? No?
Não, teacher, eu concordo.
Okay, you agree. Yeah, me too. Number 5. What is really expensive?
The four
Sorry, Leo, can you repeat, please?
é o combustível the fuel.
I can't understand. Can you say again,
É
please?
o combustível em inglês, eu acho que é fuel.
Oh, fuel.
Yes.
Fuel. Okay. Like this. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Fuel. Mm-hmm.
fuel.
Okay. Yeah, it is really expensive. Mm-hmm.
Mas não seria gasolina, professora? É gas.
Yes, you can say gas or you can say fuel. Two different words. Okay, fuel is combustível in general, and gas is specifically gasoline.
Okay.
All right. So you can say that fuel is really expensive, especially in Brazil. Okay. We could also say that food is really expensive. Okay. And which one did you put here in number 6? Do you know a building called Burj Khalifa? I think it's in, I don't know if it's Singapore or
Yeah.
Dubai.
Singapura.
Yeah, I think it's Singapore. The name of the building is Burj Khalifa. It's like this.
Yes, I know.
So Burj Khalifa is a very tall building. Okay, guys. All right. Okay, Bia. Okay, Duda. Okay, guys. So as you can see, we can intensify our opinion by using adverbs of degree, right? We intensify our qualities, the adjectives, when we give opinion about something, okay? So it's really helpful.
Teacher,
Yes, Duda.
desculpa não estar respondendo nada, porque minha internet tá muito lenta e tá travando
Okay.
muito, eu tô caindo toda hora.
Okay, Dudinha, no problem. That's okay. I super understand. That's okay, no
Thank
problem.
you.
Okay, you're welcome. So here, guys, we are not going to do this writing, okay? We are not going to write an online restaurant review. Okay, guys, this is something that you don't need to worry about. So let's take a look at our Google Classroom page again. So yes, we should move on to page 46 and start the next lesson. So let's take a look there because it's very interesting. Look. Can you see that, people? Yes. So I like this topic. It's really nice. Look at the photos here. What is extreme about each house?
Escada.
Sorry, where? Oh, here. Oh, okay, okay. So you're saying that in the living room, there is a kind of stairway. It's a very small stairway, actually. And look at the ceiling of the house. Look. The house doesn't have corners. And look at the guy. What is he doing? He's skateboarding inside his living room. So his living room is decorated to look like a skateboard kind of ring, right? Or a ramp where skateboarders usually practice, right? So it was created to resemble a skateboard ramp. That's radical, isn't it, guys? I don't know if you can see it, but the room has no corners. Corner is the same as quina or esquina, okay, in Portuguese. So no corners means sem esquina or sem quina. Here, the whole decoration is meant to resemble a skateboarding ring or a skateboarding ramp. So the walls, they have no corners, only here, this one, okay? But the other parts of the room, they have no corners, okay? Now, look at this one here. What is extreme about this, this house? Exactly, it's on top of a building. So on top of a building, you have a house and it has 2 floors and it's quite unusual, really unusual. So before we check it out, I will show you some pictures of extreme houses, okay? Houses like that are so different from what we are used to saying. So let's go back there. I have some pictures here of extreme houses and then you tell me what you think. Look at this house. Oh, so sad, I can't download. Oh, that's okay. So make sure, guys, you check out these houses after class. They are very interesting. Okay. So let's go back to the book and do the activity then. You're going to hear a conversation about the 2 houses in exercise 1. Do you think the words will be about house 1 or house 2? So here we have a list of words and you should put numbers 1 or 2. okay? According to the house. Okay, so for example, apartment building. What is this? What is the house about? I mean, which house are they talking about when they mention apartment building? House one
Number
or house two?
number one.
Yes? Can you see a building here in number one?
No, I don't.
Okay. I can't. So
I can't.
in number two, you can see a building. This is called an apartment building. Okay. So probably this one here refers to house number two. Skateboard. Which house are they talking about? One or two?
One.
Yes. Very good. City.
Two. Number two.
Yes, great. Walls.
Number two.
Pay attention. Walls is the same as paredes in English. So if you hear the word walls in the listening, which house are they talking about? What do you think? Which house has different walls? The first one.
Different house. Number one. Number one.
One, okay. Corners.
Number one.
House number one, no corners. Trees.
Number two.
Yes, house two. Windows.
Number two.
Yes, look, how many windows, right? This house has a lot of windows. So house number two. Fun.
Number one.
Yes, very nice. This one here sounds and looks really fun, okay? And roof. Roof is the same, yes, roof is the same as telhado in Portuguese.
Number two.
Number two. Okay, let's check that. Oh yeah, they don't show. Anyway, let's listen to the conversation and check your answers to exercise number two. So let's listen up and then we can check. Okay. So here we have the words, okay, before we listen. Words about house one: skateboard, walls, corners, fun. About house two: apartment building, city, trees, windows, and roof. So everything is okay. Now let's see if we can listen. Yes, let's check it out.
Hey, Joanna, what are you doing?
Reading an article about extreme houses. Take a look at this photo.
What's that?
A skateboard house.
A skateboard house?
Yeah, you can skateboard inside the house, in every room.
Wow. Even in the bathroom?
Probably. Look, this guy is skateboarding on the wall of his living room. See, there are curved walls in every room. There aren't any corners in the whole house. You can even skate on the furniture.
And is this a real house?
Well, actually, I think it's just they're going to build it.
And check out this other house. It's built on top of an apartment building in New York City.
Look at that! There are trees on the roof.
Nice. And so many windows.
I want to live there.
Okay, guys. All right.
Okay.
So just confirming our exercise here, our answers. So what is the focus of this activity here? It's talking about understanding incomplete speech. What is incomplete speech, guys? It's when you say something, but you don't say all the words because it's not necessary to say all the words, right? For example, when we speak, we often use sentences or phrases that are incomplete. This is natural. We do this in Portuguese, okay? So sometimes they are not grammatically complete, okay? You can often guess what the person means or didn't say by the context, okay? So if we focus on the context, we can see and we can understand what the person said, okay? So in this conversation, speaker B says skateboarding instead of his skateboarding. Instead means ao invés de, okay? So the speaker says, what is he doing? The question, and then he answers, oh, the woman, skateboarding on the wall. So instead of saying he's skateboarding on the wall, she just said skateboarding on the wall. It's not necessary to, in many cases when we are speaking, it's not really necessary to say all the sentence, okay? In this conversation, speaker A understands that speaker B means I'm still reading it, so you can't look at it now. Look at this conversation. Speaker A says, can I look at that magazine? Then you say, well, I'm still reading it, so, and then he says no more. But it's clear, it's easy to understand that he says, I'm still reading it, so you can't look at it now. Wait until I finish. Okay, of course, guys, this is not so polite. It's a little rude. But if you were talking to a friend or, somebody close to you, it's all right. Here, probably two friends are talking about extreme houses. So it's okay to say that, okay? You can omit some words because you can make yourself understood, okay? So this is the focus of this page, guys. Nothing much. Next page, we will go into the topic of this lesson, okay? We are going to see the grammar topic to help us describe places, which is there is and there are, okay? But that's for next class, all right? So what did we learn today? Let's go back here. What was the first thing we did today? We reviewed, okay, quantifiers, a little, a few, a lot of, lots of, okay? We saw the
Why?
idea, yes. We saw, adverbs to intensify. So we saw quite, very, and really. We learned the differences, right, between them. We practiced using the adverbs to intensify, using our own information, okay? And then after that, we moved on to some extreme houses. There are places like that, right? And then we saw about some aspects of those two extreme houses here, okay? And then to finish, we took a look at incomplete speech, something that is normal, it's natural when we are speaking. We omit some words, okay? But we can understand the sentence by the context, okay? So check the homework, please, guys. Can you see our Google Classroom page again? The
Yeah,
homework
okay.
for next week will be online practice, unit 4.3. You can start doing the first two activities, right? The grammar, not necessary yet, okay? But I would like you to do, let me see here. I would like you to finish the activities I gave last week about quantifiers, many and much, and the ones about few and little and very, a lot, right? So sorry. A few, a little, a lot, and lots of from the previous week. Okay, guys. And if you have a chance, take a look at this site here. This site has some exercises as well. Okay, when you finish reading that. So, guys, thank you very much for today. Thank you for coming. Thank you, David. Thank you, Leo. Bia, thank you so much. Dudinha, thank you. Make sure you do the exercises, okay, from last class. They're really important. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Ok,
Take
teacher.
care.
Bye.
See you on
Thank you.
Thursday. Bye,
Teacher,
guys. Yes, Bia.
I'm sorry, hoje eu não falei muito, mas é porque meu fone ele tá muito ruim, o microfone dele não tá funcionando direito.
That's okay, Bia. Don't worry. I understand. Okay? Thank you very much for coming. Take care.
Bye.
See
Teacher,
you.
bye-bye.
Bye bye,
See you.
guys. Bye.